Welcome to the 2021 Teaching Awards reception. My name is John Pierce. I'm the Vice Provost, Teaching and Learning, and the Master of Ceremonies for this evening's events. Before we begin our celebration, I would like to invite Haudenosaunee Jan Hill, who is our Director, Indigenous Initiatives, to open the ceremony for us. Jan?
Ganagoa sewa gwego, wat kwanu horadu. Peace and greetings to all of you. Welcome. Gunjokwa sawadahuncio skatnigariwasa. De chidawanu horado ne sungoya diso. Ne wahi rosa año, ne gari, ne ohandugari wadekwa. Ungawana hetstu. Ona sawadahuncio gunjokwa ne egadi ohandugari wadekwa ungadi wanungode. Please lend me your ears for a few minutes as we gather our minds together to offer the words that come before all others and offer our greetings and thanks to the Creator of all things in the natural world, as I have been taught to do and as is the custom of my people, the Haudenosaunee. This is what we have been instructed to do before any business shall come to pass where two or more people have gathered. Agwego unska, andiru atwait nuni, ne ungwat ni gora dano dea tinawarado ne agwego yunki yenawase, geo jade. We gather our minds together and offer our greetings and thanks to all the things on the earth, all the green and growing things, medicines, foods, plants, trees, shrubs, and grasses, the waters and the life within the waters, and to our relatives, the animals. Agwego unska, andiru atwait nuni, ne ungwat ni gora dano dea tinawarado ne agwego yunki yenawase, ji tkarunyade. We gather our minds together and offer our greetings and thanks to all the things in the sky, the birds who sing their beautiful songs, the winds that come from the four directions, our elder brother the sun, our grandmother the moon, our grandfathers the thunderers, the stars in the heavens. Dana onagadi, agwego, de chidawanu horado, ne sungwaya diso. And finally, we offer our choicest greetings and thanks to Sungwayat Diso, the creator of all things, and to the energy of creation. To neodunhak nezewat nigora. And so now the words that come before all others have been said, and we can all focus on the reason we've gathered here. At this time, it is my practice to advise that if any of you are carrying burdens, I invite you to set them aside for the time we have gathered. You may choose to pick them back up when we're finished, but I suggest leaving them for Creator to take care of. Today, I am situated on my home territory of Tyendinaga, the home of the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte. It is my understanding that this territory extends to include the land that Queen's University sits on, and is included in the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabeg to peacefully share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes, to ensure that there will be food and resources for generations yet to come. We acknowledge and thank our ancestors for continuing to live in a way that ensures we remember our agreements and responsibilities. Wat gwanu horadu, ganu shuni yungyats, waganyatu, dano ganyungehaga, niwa gunhoju, gundegi nidawagenu, gundegi gunagare. Ganu shuni, she is making a house, is what they call me. I am Turtle Clan of the Mohawk Nation. I am from Gundege, and that is where I live and work. In a more formal introduction, I would continue on to tell you about my family, my children, my grandchildren, and who my grandparents are, and so on. For today, I will say that both of my parents and all of my grandparents, for at least 6 generations, are Ganyonkehaga. It is customary and respectful that before I address a group, I place myself in relation to who I am within my family, my clan, and my nation. It's important that I position myself so that you know where I'm speaking from, what informs me, and where I am in relation to you and the land. It's important to pay respect to ancestral and traditional territories and local Indigenous communities. By doing so, we honor our Indigenous ancestors and the current stewards of the land and speak to our personal, spiritual, political, and social relationships with the land. To be meaningful and respectful, a territorial acknowledgement needs to be intentional. This is a time to give thanks, Consider our individual and collective role in the stewardship of Mother Earth and in building relationships between Indigenous peoples and communities and the rest of the world and the earth. I would encourage all of you to consider the land you stand on today and how you are in relation with it. I am also the Associate Vice Principal, Indigenous Initiatives and Reconciliation at Queen's University. It's my responsibility to work towards the decolonization, indigenization, and reconciliation of our campuses. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my most heartfelt congratulations to all of the award winners this evening, to welcome all of you to this lovely award ceremony, and what an exciting event it is. Nyawak Giwahi for your kind attention and for listening.
Thank you, Jan. This year's Teaching Awards reception marks a special transition in the 23-year history of the Teaching Awards. For the first time, this reception is collaboratively sponsored and organized by several offices. They include the Office of the Provost, the Alma Mater Society, the Society for Graduate and Professional Students, the School of Graduate Studies, the Alumni Association, and the Principal's Office. So it's a largely collaborative affair, and this is a new initiative that we think is a great move forward. So together, we're hosting this joint reception to confer our university-wide awards, as well as honor all of our Queen's University teaching and award recipients, who will be listed at the end of this event. For the first time, we're bringing together undergraduate students, graduate students, teaching fellows, faculty, administrators, staff, and alumni. We're bringing them all together to celebrate teaching and learning at Queen's. While it's unfortunate we can't be together in person, it's still important to celebrate at this event, especially at these challenging times. At this point, I'd like to draw your attention to the Teaching Awards reception program on the CTL's website, which lists all the recipients being honored tonight. And if the technology cooperates, we will provide a link to this in the chat. I would also encourage you to send congratulations to the award winners through our chat as they are announced. We're hoping to make this event somewhat interactive if we can. We're conferring 2 years for many of the awards, so that's why you'll see double recipients in some areas. Teaching and learning is of incredible importance to the institution, and we know that at this time, there's been a real sea change in the way teaching and learning has taken place, and so that's something that contextualizes what we're doing right now. But now, I'm pleased to invite the Principal and Vice Chancellor, Patrick Dean, to say a few words. Patrick?
This Teaching Awards reception is a time to reflect on and to celebrate the high caliber of teaching and learning and some of the incredible educators responsible for the rich student learning experience here at Queen's. Given the unprecedented time in which we find ourselves, I've been deeply impressed at the level of commitment our educators have had to their teaching, even in exceptionally difficult circumstances. So we have a lot to celebrate tonight as we see how far we've come together in this pandemic, and to look hopefully to returning to the university as soon as we can do so safely. However, this is where we are now under the shadow of COVID, so it is the perfect opportunity for us all to think about the tremendous changes we've made over this past year and to consider what changes we've made that we might want to incorporate in our teaching when we return to campus. What lessons have we learned so that we can turn this challenging experience into one of learning and growth, both personally and professionally? Tonight, we honor an incredible 111 award recipients from 75 awards across campus who have greatly impacted the student experience for so many here at Queen's.
Thank you, Patrick. The first award to be conferred this evening are the Alma Mater Society Awards, and so I would like to introduce Jared Den Otter, President of the Alma Mater Society, to offer the awards. Jared, over to you.
Hi there, folks. My name is Jared Den Otter, and I am the Alma Mater Society President for the 2020-2021 year. I am pleased to be able to provide an address today for something that myself, as well as so many students on our campus, find important: acknowledging teachers for all their hard work they do for students. There is a reason that Queen's University is such a strong leader amongst national institutes, and that's because we truly do care about the importance of providing a holistic and in-depth education for students. Because of this, It's important that we're honoring and recognizing teachers for their contributions to our degrees and to our lives. Teachers help shape our time here at Queen's, whether that is a teaching assistant from your Monday 8:30 tutorials or your prof who is lecturing a captivating lesson on something you are truly passionate about. The Alma Mater Society is pleased to sponsor 3 university-wide teaching awards. The first award is the Christopher Napper Award for Excellence in Teaching. Each year, we honor teaching assistants who have demonstrated an outstanding commitment to the education of students of Queen's University, which allows students to recognize outstanding teaching assistants. This award is named in honor of Christopher Napper, the founding director of the Instructional Development Center, now the Center for Teaching and Learning. The center exists to support, advise, and facilitate improvements and developments in teaching abilities of both professors and teaching assistants. The 2019-2020 recipient is Richard Patenaude, Department of Political Studies. And the 2020 fall recipient is Josh Zaks, Department of Chemical Engineering. Next, we have the Undergraduate Research Mentorship Award. This award honors the contributions of professors that have encouraged undergraduate research at Queen's. This comes in many forms, such as thesis supervision, inquiry projects in the classroom, or supervising a capstone project. This is an initiative to recognize excellent mentorship of undergraduate scholars. The 2019-2020 recipients are Bhavin Shastri, Department of Physics, Engineering Physics, and Astronomy, and Caroline Smart, Department of English Language and Literature. The 2020 fall recipient is Professor Matthias Spitzmuller, Smith School of Business. Our final award this evening is the Frank Knox Award for Excellence in Teaching. This award honors professors who have demonstrated an outstanding commitment to the education of students of Queen's University through their teaching excellence. The award is the highest honor which is given to instructors of Queen's by students. The award is named in honor of Frank Knox, a professor of economics who taught at Queen's for 40 years, from the 20s to the 60s. Mr. Knox demonstrated tremendous dedication in his teaching of undergraduates, and thus this award serves as a reminder to all of the necessity for the strong commitment which professors must contribute through the high quality of their teaching to the students of Queen's. The 2019-2020 recipient is Stephanie Martell, Department of Political Studies. And the 2020 fall recipient is Dr. Stephanie Lind, Dan School of Drama and Music. Congratulations to all recipients of the Alma Mater Society Teaching Awards. Your impact on the learning of your students has been noticed and is very appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared, and congratulations to all the AMS award recipients. Now I'd like to introduce Justine Amann, the President of the Society for Graduate and Professional Students, to confer the SGPS Award. Over to you, Justine.
Hello, my name is Justine Amann, and I'm the President of the Society of Graduate and Professional Students at Queen's University. The SGPS Awards were established in 2007 as a way for us to recognize exceptional members of the SGPS and wider Queen's communities. While our awards have changed focus throughout the years, our commitment to honoring the achievements of our members has not. To that end, we are pleased to sponsor 2 university-wide teaching awards. The first award is the SGPS Teaching Assistant/Teaching Fellow Award. The SGPS TA/TF Excellence Award is awarded to SGPS members who have worked as a TA or TF within the year preceding the nomination period and have gone above and beyond to help their students excel within their classrooms. This award is unique in that it allows undergraduate students to nominate their teaching assistants for recognition by explaining the impact their TA has had on their time at Queen's. The 2019-2020 recipient of the SGPS Teaching Assistant/Teaching Fellow Award is Taylor J. Smith from the School of Computing. Next, we have the SGPS John G. Freeman Faculty Excellence Award. The SGPS John G. Freeman Faculty Excellence Award is awarded to faculty members at Queen's University who have made a significant contribution to the SGPS membership in the realm of teaching, supervision, and mentorship. The SGPS renamed this award in 2017 after the untimely death of Dr. John Freeman, a professor in the Faculty of Education and in the School of Health Sciences and Kinesiology. Dr. Freeman was a dedicated teacher and mentor to many graduate students, and he was beloved for his dedication and his guidance. The recipients of this award carry on Dr. Freeman's tradition of excellence. The 2019-2020 recipient of the John G. Freeman Faculty Excellence Award is Shobana Xavier from the School of Religion. Congratulations to all SGPS award recipients.
Thank you, Justine, and congratulations to all the SGPS award recipients. I would now like to bring back Patrick Dean, who will confer the Principal's Teaching and Learning Awards. Patrick.
Before we begin on the awards, I do want to say thank you and congratulations to all of you. Now I'm pleased to personally present the Principal's Teaching and Learning Awards. These awards are sponsored with other units on campus, and when the reception was face-to-face, those units or representatives from them co-presented them with me. This year, I'll draw your attention to the sponsoring units of each award, and we'll show a photo of the administrator who is here to honor you alongside me, and they will make their presence known in the chat when I mention them, if technology allows, of course. The Principal's Teaching and Learning Awards are intended to celebrate teaching excellence and to recognize the diverse ways in which the student experience is enhanced by educators here at Queen's. And this happens at the course level through focusing on teaching of strategic university goals, as well as through individual and group efforts outside at the program or university level. The educational landscape in universities around the world is constantly changing. I'd say at the moment that's a bit of an understatement. And educators at Queen's are perpetually evolving and rethinking well-grounded practices, as well as developing or adapting new approaches. So tonight, we recognize educators who have demonstrated excellence in the following areas: Indigenous education, educational technology, direct service to students and student well-being, student inquiry, and internationalization. The first and newest Principal's Teaching and Learning Award is the Indigenous Education Award, an award created in 2020 and sponsored and coordinated by the Center for Teaching and Learning. And Sufostata Young, the director of that center, is here to honor you with me. So this award recognizes excellence and innovation in Indigenous teaching and learning, or the development of curriculum or programs relating to Indigenous peoples with a focus on decolonizing education and incorporating Indigenous ways of knowing, doing, believing, and feeling. And Sue and I are pleased to announce that the 2020 Principal's Indigenous Education Award recipients are Lindsay Morecambe from the Faculty of Education and Melanie Howard from the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Science. The 2021 recipient of this award is Armand Rufo from the Department of English, Language and Literature. Warmest congratulations to Lindsay, to Melanie, and to Armand. The next award is the Principal's Michael Condra Outstanding Student Service Award. And this is an award sponsored and coordinated by the Office of the Vice Provost and Dean of Student Affairs. And I'm pleased to say that Anne Tierney is here as I present this award on our behalf. Now, it's an award that recognizes the high level of service and commitment to students and student well-being exemplified by Dr. Mike Condra during his 30 years at the university. He served as the Director of Health Counseling and Disability Services, and now Student Wellness Services, and as Assistant Professor in the Department of Psychology. And Anne and I are pleased to announce that the 2020 Principal's Michael Condra Outstanding Student Service Award recipient is Joan Jones from Housing and Ancillary Services. And the 2021 recipient of this award is Lisa Webb, Student Affairs, Bannery Center. Congratulations, Joan and Lisa. Now we move on to the Principals Promoting Student Inquiry Teaching Award, an award sponsored and coordinated by the Queen's Library. And Michael Vandenberg, Interim Vice Provost and University Librarian, is here to be with me to present the award. And it's an award that recognizes innovative instructional design, which enables active student engagement in learning and honors faculty or staff, individuals or teams from any faculty, school, or department. Michael and I are pleased to announce that the 2020 recipient of the Promoting Student Inquiry Teaching Award is Una Delia, Art History and Art Conservation. The 2021 recipient is Asha Varadarajan from the Department of English, Language and Literature. Congratulations, Una and Asha. The next award is the Principal's Educational Technology Award, which is sponsored and coordinated by Information Technology Services. Marie-Claude Aguin, who has recently taken on the role of our Interim Chief Information Officer and Associate Vice Principal IT Services, is here to confer this award with me. The Educational Technology Award is designed to recognize and encourage the use of technology to enhance teaching and learning at Queen's. The award honors faculty or staff, individuals or teams from any faculty, school, or department, and excellence is exemplified through evidence-based approaches that are learning and student-focused. Marie-Claude and I are pleased to announce that the 2020 recipient is Ryan Martin from Physics, Engineering, Physics, and Astronomy. The 2021 recipient is Christian Muse from the School of Computing. The 2021 recipients for the Team Award are Mohammed Awis from the School of Rehabilitation Therapy, Nancy Dalgano, Office of Professional Development and Educational Scholarship, Julie Cameron, School of Rehabilitation Therapy, Jennifer Turnage, Office of Professional Development and Educational Scholarship, Lucy Pelland from the School of Rehabilitation Therapy, and Claudiana Colomitro, Office of Professional Development and Educational Scholarship. Congratulations to all the recipients of the Principal's Educational Technology Award. The final Principals Award is the International Education Innovation Award. This award is sponsored and coordinated by the Vice Provost International, and Sandra Donotta is here to confer this award with me. This award recognizes innovation in internationalization of both teaching and learning in programs or courses. Successful innovation is exemplified through evidence-based approaches to learning outcomes that are student-focused. This award honors the outstanding efforts of an individual or a team of students, staff, and/or faculty in any combination who innovatively internationalize a course or program of teaching and learning by embedding global content, perspectives, and dimensions into the course or program. The international education innovation can take place on campus, or it can be as part of a field program. And Sandra and I are pleased to announce that the 2020 recipient is Jennifer Hosak, from the Department of Languages, Literature, and Cultures. The 2021 recipient is Isabel Brent from the Beta International Study Center. Warmest congratulations to Jennifer and to Isabel. Thank you to our sponsoring units, and congratulations again to all of the Principal's Teaching and Learning Award recipients.
Thank you, Patrick, and congratulations to all the Principal's Teaching and Learning Award recipients. Now, we'd like to move on to the School of Graduate Studies Award. And so I would like to introduce Fahim Kadir, Vice Provost and Dean of the School of Graduate Studies. Over to you, Fahim.
Hi, I'm Fahim Kadir, Dean and Vice Provost of Graduate Studies. This evening I'll be presenting the Award for Excellence in Graduate Student Supervision. This award celebrates exceptional and inspirational supervisory practices at Queen's University. Supervision is a keystone of the graduate experience, and a positive relationship between graduate student and supervisor provides a foundation for success that can reach far beyond graduation. Our supervisors play a remarkably important role in mentoring graduate students through continuous engagement in students' professional, personal, and academic development. The winners of this prestigious award have made a tremendous impact on the success of their graduate students. These outstanding mentors have gone far beyond the call of their duties as supervisors to ensure that their students succeed, improve, and thrive as scholars, and more importantly, as responsible global citizens. The purpose of this award is to recognize those outstanding supervisors who demonstrate excellence in advising and mentoring graduate students through their training. Excellence is judged on the quality of supervision and mentorship in facilitating the acquisition of skills and resources needed for students to succeed as scholars and professionals. Characteristics include availability, timeliness and quality of guidance and feedback, responsiveness to student needs, and enthusiasm for the pursuit of knowledge. In addition, the supervisor promotes timely completion of the thesis and supports students in developing their academic and professional skills and transitioning beyond graduate studies. The 2020 recipient for Social Sciences and Humanities is Professor Liang Cheng in the Faculty of Education. The 2020 recipient for Life Sciences, Natural Sciences, and Engineering is Professor Mark Dietrichs in the Department of Geological Sciences and Geological Engineering. On behalf of the School of Graduate Studies, I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations to both of the winners.
Thank you, Fahim, and congratulations to the award recipients. Now we'd like to move on to one of the university's oldest teaching awards, the Alumni Award for Excellence in Teaching, which goes back as far as 1975. I would like to introduce Rico Garcia, President of the Queen's Alumni Association. Rico, off to you.
Teachers have the potential to truly impact their students in meaningful ways through their leadership and support. As alumni, we continue to recognize that impact long after we've graduated. Looking back on our years at Queen's and how our experiences have shaped us, we all remember those teachers who encouraged and inspired our learning. Each year, through the Alumni Award for Excellence in Teaching, we recognize the recipient's ability to foster accessible learning, inspire interest among students, and spearhead innovation in the classroom. We received many nominations from various faculty and departments across the university, demonstrating the tremendous impact our teachers have on their colleagues, classrooms, the Queen's community, and beyond. The Alumni Association is pleased to sponsor the Alumni Award for Excellence in Teaching. Initiated in 1975 at the urging of students, the Alumni Award for Excellence in Teaching was Queen's first campus-wide teaching honor and recognizes teachers who show outstanding knowledge and teaching ability. Recipients of this award are selected by a diverse committee of faculty members, students, alumni, and previous award recipients, and revered by their colleagues and students, both past and present. The 2019 recipient is Dr. Holly Ogden, Faculty of Education. The 2020 recipient is Dr. Anne Petitjean, Department of Chemistry. Congratulations to both of our award recipients.
Thank you, Rico, and congratulations to the award recipients. Now we'll move to our final award this evening that I have the pleasure to confer. It's the Chancellor A. Charles Bailey Teaching Award. It was established in 2003 through gifts from the Toronto Dominion Bank and the Chancellor Emeritus Charles Bailey. The Chancellor A. Charles Bailey Teaching Award recognizes undergraduate or graduate or professional teaching that has had an outstanding influence on the quality of student learning at Queen's University. It is awarded annually for activities that lead to improved learning, including curriculum development, educational leadership, design and delivery of out-of-classroom educational experiences, or classroom teaching and supervision, so a wide range of teaching activities. I'm so very pleased to confer the 2020 Chancellor A. Charles Bailey Teaching Award, that is last year's award, on Wendy Powley from the School of Computing. I now invite Wendy to share some insights on her teaching practices. Wendy.
As a woman in a male-dominated field, I suffer big time from imposter syndrome. That is the feeling that despite many documented accomplishments, you're not deserving and someone's about to uncover that fact at any moment in time. Many of our students suffer from imposter syndrome. They often feel that everyone around them is more intelligent and more deserving of a spot at Queen's University than they are. This is especially true of people from underrepresented groups and is prevalent among female students. A few words of encouragement can go a long way to boost the self-esteem of those wondering whether or not they belong. Think about the pivotal moments in your life when someone said something to you which prompted you to take a new direction in life or to take on a new responsibility that you wouldn't have otherwise. Imagine how your life might have been different if this exchange had never happened. I'd like to share a few examples from my life. First, computer science was not my major, and in my first job at Queen's, I needed to learn some programming. So I signed up to audit CISC 101, and I found it very challenging. I asked to write the exam just to see how I would do. When I went to pick up the exam, my professor said,
"You did really well on this exam. Why don't you take the course for credit? You will take more computing courses, won't you?"
I ended up going to graduate school to study computer science. In 2008, I went to a conference on women in computing. I came back all excited to tell my department head that we needed to send women to this conference as it was such a great experience for me. He said,
"Why don't you bring the conference to Canada?"
And my friends said,
"Do you know about the mini hoppers, those celebrations that ACMW has been organizing in the US? Don't you think you could have one in Canada? I think you could organize one, right? I'll give you a hand."
I ended up starting a conference, which is now a national yearly event. More recently, the director of the School of Computing said he wanted to nominate me for the Chancellor Charles A. Bailey Teaching Award. I politely declined, not feeling at all worthy. My friends said,
"Wendy, how can you be a role model to students when you won't take this opportunity yourself? You need to go for it. You have to do it, Wendy. You have no idea what a role model you are to so many of us. And whatever it is that's holding you back, you have to get outside of your comfort zone and just do it because it's so important."
I allowed the nomination to go forth, and I won the award. These words of encouragement helped me to overcome my imposter syndrome and had a huge impact not only on my life, but on the lives of many others. In 5, 10, or 20 years from now, a student may not remember what they learned in your class, or that you used the coolest new technology, and they probably won't remember your perfectly chunked 10-minute video lessons, but they will remember the kind words that you spoke to them and how these words changed their lives. Our words have the ability to impact and influence our students' lives, and in these times, it's even more important to make an effort to reach out to our students with those personal words of encouragement. A few words can go a long way.
Thank you, Wendy. I'm pleased to confer the 2021 Chancellor A. Charles Bailey Teaching Award on Claire Davies from Mechanical and Materials Engineering. I now invite Claire to share some of her insights into teaching practices. Claire, over to you.
When you think of an engineer, what do you think of? Howard Wolowitz from the Big Bang Theory, completely unable to communicate effectively? Scary purple people walking the streets of Kingston? Yes, that's me. How many of you thought of these students? Students working with clients and occupational therapists to design technology. Those must be imposters. Those aren't engineers. The learning objectives for this talk are to understand that there are imposters among us and to identify the strategies to minimize their impact. Let's go back to the fall of 2004. I was teaching clinical biomechanics at the University of Guelph. About midway through, I realized that I'd lost complete control and called in an instructional course developer, who happened to be Peter Wild, whom some of you know. He sat patiently at the back of my class, observing the chaos around him. He chose 2 or 3 things to pick on and discussed how I could gain control. The next week, I received an unsolicited email from a student Just wanted to send you a note of encouragement, letting you know that you did a really good job today in class. Everything was clear and concise and well explained. Thank you for your introduction of case studies. It brings the subject matter to life and makes it applicable. Now, I rely on those case studies, but are they just case studies? Not really. I push the students beyond their comfort levels. The engineers in my class have to learn to communicate with clients, occupational therapists, and kinesiologists to succeed. And of course, the same vice versa. The problem with case studies is that they take a lot of time to organize, prepare, and promote. I typically spend 3 or 4 hours on research and development for a 1-hour class. However, I don't do this research alone. I have a great support network of people who enable me to achieve these goals. Stakeholders in my design process include the student, but also the client, the other students, and the educational developers, co-instructors, teaching assistants, librarians, and others around me who have the expertise that I don't, as well as the ability to define different needs. Without their support, I cannot succeed. Just like it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a community to raise an engineer. Every time I walk into a classroom or start a Zoom call, my heart races, I get sweaty palms, and I hope that the students don't embarrass the imposter before them. Thank you for this opportunity and for recognizing the needs of the real customers within our Queens community.
Thank you, Claire. I'd like to thank both of you for sharing your thoughts and bringing inspiration to teaching and learning for us all. I would now like to introduce Mark Green, the Provost and Vice Principal Academic, who would like to share a few words with you. Over to you, Mark.
As we all know, 2020 proved to be an extremely challenging year, a year in which we had to move away from what was comfortable and familiar. It became a time to embrace the uncomfortable, the unfamiliar, and in a sense, to learn to exist within these borders. It is clear to me, however, that those of you being honored today have not allowed such limitations to impede your progress. In fact, you have rose to all of the challenges. Each of you has displayed resiliency that is to be applauded and celebrated. You have demonstrated both a passion for teaching and a dedication for helping students reach new heights in their academic careers. I'm also confident that you will take the valuable lessons you have learned over the past year and determine which ones can be most successfully incorporated into your teaching practice in a positive manner as we return very soon to in-person teaching. We are thankful for each of you, not just for today, but every day. As we continue forward in our careers as educators, cherish the fact that we are not just passing along lessons students will carry forward into their careers, but also lessons that can help inform them in life. One such lesson that I've been reflecting upon relates to my Mohawk name, Raswaherha, that means he builds a bridge. Every day as educators, we are building bridges from the past to the present to the future and to our students. Embrace that idea in all that you do. Congratulations to everyone here. I wish each of you success as you move forward in your careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I would now invite Kanonishani Jan Hill, the Director of Indigenous Initiatives, to close out the ceremony for us. I would also invite you to watch the full list of award winners from 2019 to 2020 and 2020 to 21, which will follow the ceremony. I thank you all for attending, and I would now turn it over to Jan to close out the ceremony.
Now I will share closing words in Ganyot Geha, the Mohawk language, to close our event and our time together. Kunjokwa, Sawadahusio, Skatni Kariwesa, De Chidawanu Horado, Ne Sungwat Diso, Ne Wahi, Rosa Anyo, Ne Gadi, Ne Ohandu Kariwadekwa, Ungawana Hetstu. Agwego Unska, and Dilwatwet Nuni, Ne Ungwat Nigora, Dano Dea Tinoverado, Ne Agwego Yunkieno se, G Yowan Jade. Agwego unska, andiro atwet nuni, ne ungwa ni gora, dano dea tinawarado, ne agwego yunki yenawase, jeet karunyade. Dana onagadi, agwego, de chidawinu horado, ne sungwa at dison. Togadi, nayotu, ne ungwa ni gora.